Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. And this week I'm going to show you a couple simple little targets that you can set up that will enhance your 3D shoot. Hey everybody, welcome to 3D Archery. Greg here. You know, in archery, especially 3D archery, it can become pretty redundant. Open target, broadside, open target, broadside, open target, broadside. And that's what turns some people off. So if you're having a fun shoot, and not per se a competition, and even if you're having a competition you can do this, make a specialty target. And my past weekend I just held one and the people loved it. And these are two ideals that I got from other clubs. And I built it totally different than what they did, but I used the same type of shot. Now you can use this out on your course, or you could have it as a bonus shot at the end, beginning the practice range, something like that. So the first one is the classic shooting the cigarette out of the mouth technique. Now the first club that I went to, they had a foam head. They just took what I used, a piece of chalk in there, and you shot it. Now the problem with the foam head is the arrows will pass through it and tear it up. So I went with plywood. And for my cigarette, I went out and bought chalk. Now the good news and bad news is the chalk is cheap. The bad news is when the postal person delivers it, they throw it, at least a quarter to half of my chalk was broken. But then while out looking around, stumbled on this. Glue sticks. Works just as well. So I'm going to show you the target here. It's pretty simple. Like I said, I used plywood. Right, secured it in the ground with dowels, actually rebarb. Took two pieces of PVC, which you can see right here. Now I'm going to bring it in, and you can see the misses. You know, that's the one thing I didn't really account for on some of my targets, with people missing so much. On this one, I knew they would. I only used 1/4-inch plywood, but where I mounted the cigarette, I put two more, so I had well over an inch. Actually, it's probably at least an inch or more. And I did it real simple. Right there. That's all I did. And you can see the piece of chalk from my shot it this morning. Somebody punched all the way through it and their arrow broke into the wood. Down here, they punched all the way through it and broke my PVC. You can see the damage. Right? But again, think about it. How much did this cost? Cost me nothing, actually, because this is spare plywood I had in my house, spare PVC. The band was for spare parts for my car, so that was no money. And it's a great shot, and people will remember it. Now you notice I called it here, I put the name Rauchen Verboten, German for no smoking. I just made it up. But it's a great addition that you can do. All right? So there's your first one. It's the simple shooting the cigarette out of the mouth. The next one is an even harder scope, but just as fun. And the next one we're going to talk about, an easy one to do, is shooting the light out of a candle. Now the candles are, depending on where you want to go, this was 95 cents a candle. This was like 20 for $1. Right? Again, one thing you got to remember is people are going to miss, so you got to have plenty of candles. And one way I help to protect it is I put a 3/4-inch plywood in front of it, and I set it up. Now if you're in a dry area, make sure you have a fire extinguisher next to it. You're going to need a lighter. Again, I built this out of spare plywood that I had laying around my house, so the cost was zero. Bring you in, we'll show you it. This went over great. People loved it, and a couple of the comments that I got from people, which really made me laugh, was one guy said he shot the flame, it went out, his arrow hit the backstop, and the flame came back on. He thought I used a trick candle. I didn't, but that was just really neat. Some of the candles got hit, but you know what, that's life. That's why you buy a whole bunch of them. This is a great addition. So let's bring you on in and we'll take a look, right, at some of the damage done to this display. All right, you can see hit, hit, hit. There's a point stuck in there. Hit, hit, hit. Hit, nice hit, tore it up. Hit, 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 hit there. We'll bring it around, show you the back. Look at all the wax. Now I broke a lot of it out. You can see it just like that. There it is. Sorry about that. All I did was to put the candle in, was to drill a little hole in it. The candle sits. Take your hand, roll it in. You can see the smaller candle. I put 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, 4 holes, so they could put 4 candles up on this at a time. I'm telling you, this is another one that people came back talking about. Simple setup, but it will add great value to your 3D shoot. All right, everybody, here's a third option you can do. Shooting through tires. It's brilliant. One, the tires can take a beating. They can get shot by arrows and they're not going to fall apart. So they're durable. They're inexpensive. This one here is what somebody put on the course, left over from like a small wheelbarrow or something, and we started shooting through it. And what I did is I went to Petco and I bought some dog chew targets. That's what this one is, and this one is. And it's real simple. I use clothesline, cheap. I got some eyelets here, some nuts, drilled a quick little hole in them, set them up, and they're good to go. Waterproof, durable, and a ton of fun to shoot. So there's a third idea that you can do to enhance your archery shoot. Alright, everybody, there you have it. 3 simple ideals, not mine, ones that I've seen from other people, borrowed, and I tweaked them, turned them, and made them into something else I can use. That's going to add a great value to your 3D shoot. Alright? So if you got it, you want to bring more people to it, you got to be different. Everybody has a 3D shoot, but what are you offering that makes your shoot different? Right? These at the beginning is a bonus or part of the course, be something everybody remembers. Alright, boys and girls, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with an all-new episode, 3D Archery.